A very good morning from Pleasure Beach Resort in Blackpool, where it's the first Twilight Thrills of 2025. It's Saturday the 19th of April and I'm very excited. The weather isn't as nice as it has been these past couple of weeks, which is a shame, but it's Easter Saturday. They always do a late night riding / Twilight Thrills on Easter Saturday. It was brilliant last year. There's no stage setup actually, I've just noticed, like we're introing on this lawn and like, yeah, I've not even given it a thought. Maybe they're using the hub, but there's some tables here and it's looking busy, so I'm excited to get the park updates in from last week that have changed. Big one's back on 2 trains now. Bit of a discussion about this thing that people have been claiming that it's getting demolished, so we'll talk about that later. We'll not start the vlog on a negative. We'll check out Launchpad, Project 2026, River Caves, all that, and get back on some of our favourite rides for 11 hours. And hopefully get some sunset rides as well. First update I've spotted in guest services, they've changed the way they do the park maps and I really like this change. It used to be just a big A3 piece of paper that would just lay flat in a tray and you just help yourself pretty much. It wouldn't have any specific design, but they've gone full Merlin style. It has like the front cover on and it's folded up, it's got all the advertisements. Danielle's going to model it here. There we are, love that, love the photo that they've used, the advertising the app there. Yeah. And yeah, there's loads of information about all the events and stuff. I imagine Twilight Thrills is on here. Oh wow, literally a list of every single event and I think show as well. Yeah. With all the dates on, that's fantastic.
And then we've got...
And then obviously, yeah, what we can expect this year. So there are the season passes, the seasonal season passes. They're advertising the Coca-Cola stuff there. Hotels, Journey to Hell is back with 9 rides and 4 scare zones is more than last year, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Alright, okay.
Impossible, Ghost Train.
Yeah, it's true actually. So I really like that change though. And then the map itself, obviously Danielle said there's something about Project 2026. Is that on that roof there? Some holodromes still standing in this map. Hopefully not for a lot longer. Planet Rock has started to be demolished, by the way. We're not going to get to see any of it today from inside the park, but work has started on that. We'll chat about it in a bit. But yeah, nice long vlog today from the first Twilight Thrills. Get all the updates in, have a good time.
It's a big map, I've got to say.
It is a big map, and Grand National's still on the map, is it as well? Yeah, so honestly, clickbait articles, don't want to hear it, mate. As I was saying though, really like the change to the park maps. It just looks better, doesn't it? And obviously they're not there for us. But yeah, I do like collecting my maps and stuff and keeping them each season from the Merlin parks. And what it's changed to now is a lot better than just a big A3 piece of paper, so good change. Let's go on some rides anyway, with Ben and Danielle, and Tegan's joining us shortly as well. Gonna go for Impossible while we wait for Tegan. Have we done this season yet? We walked through here quite a lot, but I swear you don't even have to scan your ticket on here. No, you just walk straight through.
Please walk, but do not run.
As I showed them with the time, it seems to be shutting half an hour before park close Impossible this season. So on 5 o'clock closes, I've noticed it's been shutting at 4:30 instead of the full hour before like Nickelodeon Land and stuff. So can't blame them for the extra half an hour. It's a good idea. It's right near the park exit and entrance as well, so it's a good opportunity for people to get the last like walk through attraction in. Never usually has a queue, so yeah, half an hour before park close, Impossible always closes. So 4:30 if it's 5 o'clock close, 5:30 if it's 6, and tonight 9 PM close, 8:30 for Impossible. And his first jump scare of the season.
Josh is good at scaring people himself, but he's not good at guessing.
Damn right I am! Damn right I am! That's brilliant. Speaking devil, yeah. Impossible Gate is here. Can you open this Impossible Gate, Tegan? Over to River Caves. The towel isn't in the trough anymore. Project 2026. So on this side of the fence, Planet Rock has started to come down now, and I imagine they'll obviously do that and then the Bowlerdrome, but they're taking the time of it. Not much of it has come down at all yet, but they've made a start basically. There we go, Planet Rock. They've started a little bit of demolition. They've literally just made a hole in the wall so far on that side, not much at all. but this little dome thing is going to come down. The Bowler Grove building is going to come down, and a gyro swing is going to get built there pretty much. And if you take loose articles on the gyro swing, things will fall from height. So don't take loose articles on the gyro swing. Just a 1 year pre-warning. There's been a lot of work around the former Grand Prix site. There's been a lot of groundwork with these pipes and stuff. Looks like they're set on preserving this fountain here. So I don't know what that means for the plans to build a new attraction on this site. I wouldn't expect it to be for a while anyway, with a gyro swing and river caves, all the priorities over there first. But they seem set on preserving this fountain. They've given it a little paint job around the bricks and stuff. And there's been a lot of digging trenches to put pipes in, and yeah, it's an interesting one. But looking forward to seeing it looks like they've flattened out the soil there as well, with a lot of wheelbarrows. So interested to see. This site is still changing a lot. Our first ride of the day was Icon. That ride has aged fantastically. I don't know what's going on here. They seem to be, on Icon and Big One, they seem to be scanning e-tickets before they let you join the queue line. But the turnstiles haven't gone, so everyone's having their e-ticket scanned twice. What's the point in that? There must be a reason for it, some other data collection thing, maybe to measure queue times, I don't know. But it's not a good look, that, is it? You shouldn't have to queue for the ride. What's the point? Anyways, in more positive news, Steeple Chase, which on a 10 till 5 or 10 till 6 normally opens, well, it's been opening at 12 PM this season so far. It's already open, 10:30, so good on them for that. Opening things nice and early and not staggering them, so that's nice. While it's open early, I think we're gonna head on for a ride. Let's go. Right, apparently we're not doing Steeple Chase because the lift hills have stopped. It's broken down. Should we queue to queue for the big one? I don't know. Let's have a walk around, but at least everything's opened on time and nice and early, to be fair. Apart from Big Dipper, we was going to try and get on that as it opened at 10:30, but they came out at about 20 past and said that it would be opening late, which, as I said, I mean, fair play. Don't cost anything to let people know so they're not waiting around for the ride to open late. So yeah, I'm impressed so far with what we're seeing. So nice. There's mist effects in the maze. Revolution's walk on. That's the difference that opening Big One, Icon and Steeple Chase on time makes, and not everyone is on the same ride and the same queue, you know what I mean? Whereas if only one ride or two rides open, obviously everyone, I mean, Big One will always be popular first thing, but when everything's open, people are more spread about. But that Steeple Chase delay was obviously quite short, but it does seem to only be operating the 2 lanes, so I'm guessing something's broke with the red one, because they have been running it on 3 tracks for pretty much all season, so I guess for them to have to take it down to 2 must be something wrong with it. So it is what it is. It's open, and it's opened an hour and a half earlier than it normally does, so happy days. Update, all 3 lanes on Steeple Chase are open. They're trying the best with it, which is really good to see. Everything's just opened on time today. Even Big Dipper's open now. I don't know what time it did open, but it can't have been much after 10:30, so yeah, fair play. You're in for a good day, I think. Nice ride on Revolution, definitely worth getting to that early or later in the day where it's quite quiet, because obviously it picks up the crowds throughout, but early on everyone goes to the big one. Then we did go straight onto the big one because we spotted that it's a little bit windy today and it's running a little bit slow over some of the hills, so it's worth just getting on it basically. And then if it does unfortunately have to close, yeah, it is what it is, but hopefully we're alright. Because it was running fine when we were on it, but there's a few gusts. I don't think it's in a westerly direction, so we should be fine. We didn't want to take that risk. We do normally leave the big one until a lot later in the day, but as I said, didn't want to risk it today after seeing, especially Star Hill, was looking a bit slow. The big one was having a little bit of allocated seating, like, what is this, like a Merlin park? But the turnstiles, like, were slow, like people were struggling to get through the turnstiles, it seemed. Just one of them things. So the gates weren't really being filled in time for the train, so maybe it's that, and they're just trying to make sure every seat's filled basically as soon as possible, instead of sending empty trains around, but they still want to send that train instead of having that waiting in the station. I don't really know, so hopefully that's not a permanent thing, allocated seating. As I said, it wasn't like strict, he wasn't stood there saying row 1 to go to row 6, how many, like you do at Alton Towers and stuff, but yeah, they're just trying to fill the seats, I think. So we'll see what it's like later on and see if it's still present. But anyways, this thing with scanning e-tickets, checking e-tickets at the entrance to the queue line before actually entering the queue line, I was just chatting to one of the operators in there, and they think it might be because of the new Nickelodeon Land ticket, which I've not mentioned on the channel yet, but I think that's a fantastic idea, having tiered tickets, like one ticket goes, lets you go on all the rides, one ticket lets you go on Nickelodeon Land only, one ticket lets you go on just the family rides, Nickelodeon Land and not Nickelodeon Land. I think it's a really good idea. I think Leesburg in Sweden do that, from what I remember seeing when we went over there a couple of years ago, and I think it's a really good idea to get the footfall in, but obviously people might try and abuse that system. They might buy a Nickelodeon Land only ticket and then try and go on the big one, an Icon, so they want to try and obviously not allow that to happen. So to save it, obviously having the big hold up and the big kick off at the turnstile in the station, I think they're trying to not allow those people in the queue line to begin with, if they are just buying a Nickelodeon Land ticket but trying to go on a main park ride, which obviously you shouldn't be doing. People should know better, but they're just being precautionary over it really, so maybe it won't be a permanent thing that, but it's definitely a valid reason. And like I said, I've not mentioned it on the channel that much, but I think this whole Nickelodeon Land only ticket is a fantastic idea. Just gets the footfall in, doesn't it? People who don't want to do the thrill rides but they want a day out in Nickelodeon Land, just expands those options and appeals to a wider range of guests. But we're having an early dinner anyway because it gets quite busy around dinner time, so there we go. Enjoyed our ride on the big one. It was running alright when we was on it, but we didn't want to take that risk. Skyforce is still there, been bagged up, but we're having a really good time so far. But let's have an early dinner and we'll go on the big one in a bit as well, hopefully, and see if anything's changed with that allocated seating, see if it's still present, see if they're still checking obviously Nickelodeon Land only tickets or whatever. But it's interesting. It's nice and busy today though. I'll tell you what, that Nickland ticket's working because Nickland is very busy. Like,
it is very
Blue Flyers queue is outside the cattle pen, Fairies outside, Nick Streak as well. Avatar Airbender's been closed all week unfortunately. I mean, look at this ghost train queue. But there wasn't an engineer on the Avatar Airbender disc just then when we were on the train, so they're evidently working on it. And Krusty Krab's still not open this season, which is a shame. Hopefully it comes back at some point this year. Like I say, it might require a bit of scaffolding and repaint like that one over there, but yeah, we'll see. Drop Dead at the Tower Dungeons is the only operating drop tower in Blackpool at the minute. Valhalla is still opening at 2 PM today with the Twilight frills, but still 7 hours of time, that plenty on this pretty cold day anyway, but I'm sure it'll get popular. Launchpad did a full update on this on Thursday, where there was testing, the soundtrack was playing, it was very, very exciting. So yeah, I don't think it's playing today, and obviously it's Easter Saturday, so I don't think there's going to be anything happening here today, but we must be so close to the opening of this now. We'll go and check that update for more. I've come for a quick look at the ride part. It's very busy even in the shops today, but there's a lot of big one wheels that are new. A lot of the 6-inch ones, they don't have the tyres on and they're not labelled. They're priced, which is good, but yeah, we don't. I know what this is, but not everyone does obviously. This big bucket of wood is still full. There's this massive 12-inch big one wheel here. It is a big one, isn't it? Yeah, Arrow. £250 without the tyre on. I have one with the tyre on and I paid a lot less than 250 quid for, as I keep saying. There's a few more of these Grand Prix people remaining, and over here actually Don't know what this is, but they're £150. Don't think they're £40. I'm guessing it's steeplechase, but don't actually know what that is. It's a wheel I've not seen in the shop before, and it's still got its tyres on, but it's not a big one. I don't think it's infusion. Maybe it is infusion, I don't know, but my guess is steeplechase there. But as I said, not entirely sure. Big one track, Grand Prix A15 track, Grand National brake fins, and then this thing, which is either Wallace and Gromit or Avatar Airbender. Still don't know for definite, but there we go. Quick visit. Absolutely love the authentic ride part section of the Kiss Me Quick shop. There's even a queue outside a pizza kitchen today. Very busy. Good to see. Gyro swings getting funded at the end of the day. Absolutely packed in there. Always is, to be fair, which, as I said, good to see. Very popular place. The big one is on 2 trains now, and it's still going strong. The wind's settled down a bit now, touch wood. Weather's brightened up a bit. Did a bit of raining earlier, but yeah, honestly it makes such a big difference having this on 2 trains. Bigger difference than any other coaster, I'd say, because it's a long ride and a long train, so it needs it. Especially if it would have been catastrophic if there were no second train on here today. Easter Saturday, it's so busy. Yeah, but honestly, it's back to being one of the best operated coasters in the country now. They're so good on here, they're so quick at getting both of the trains out, and yeah, just happy days. Happy to have it back on 2. Worth the wait. Fantastic operations. I'm right there on the big one. It's going to keep on going till 9 o'clock now, touch wood. There was no allocated seating on there now because they were getting people through the turnstiles a bit quicker. Every seat was being filled anyway, so I think earlier on it was literally just a case of making sure people are not queuing behind a row that already has people in it, and instead they're going in a row with no one in it, because yeah, some people need that guidance obviously, so making sure as many seats are filled as possible. And yeah, that's great operations, best in country. And I don't know what we're doing next, but we'll see you around. I don't know if you can make that out, but there's some wires hanging from this bit of Grand Prix here by Icon where this little bit's been removed. Don't think it's going to mean much, but there we go. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but it's different. It wasn't there last time. Spin on Dora, why not? Walk on ride in a busy park. They're only playing the Spanish section of the on-ride soundtrack at the minute, instead of doing all the other different countries, but it's more than we got last year really, when they didn't do any of the singing at all. But yeah, there we go. Decent ride, why not? Grand National there, and I'm going to try and keep this segment as short as possible, but they literally stated at the start of the season that it would be opening later in the season to give it a bit of extended maintenance for its 90th season operating, which is a very, very long time, very old ride. It's amazing how they've kept it going for all this time. However, recently there's been a few articles and whatnot, just rumours suggesting that it might not be reopening, and apparently they have submitted an application to demolish it because it's grade 2 listed or something like that. I know the ride's listed of some sort, so they would require a whole application process to knock it down. So apparently they've done that, and maybe it is on the cards. Maybe they wanted to do that at some point, who knows, because it probably does cost them a lot to operate Grand National, I'm not going to lie. But they've literally stated that it's reopening. Now, according to Ben, when he was doing a bit of research on a video he did yesterday, they have actually removed something from the website where they state about Grand National Pleasure Beach, but I still don't think it's going anywhere. I mean, there was workers on here earlier, you know what I mean, earlier in the week, and the fences have been repainted. There was someone up the lift hill earlier in the week as well, someone doing something in that control box there. And yeah, as I said, all these air gates have literally been painted up. The paint was peeling off them at one point, but it's looking alright now. Well, it's looking nice and fresh because that's what they're doing to the ride, because it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Do you know what I mean? What is that from the what is the thing from the website that they've removed apparently?
The bit about its refurbishment, it's just gone from the statement.
I see, right, I need to look at it myself, but yeah.
The screenshot I used in my video yesterday was an old screenshot, that's
yeah,
why.
but why is there still paint there if they're removed?
Yeah, I mean, if it is going to be removed, very disappointing of course, but I don't see it happening right now. And I hope that when that day does happen, it is announced in plenty of advance. Don't do a wild mouse on us, please. But I'm looking forward to seeing this back operating, you know, and I hope those that write the articles are as well. Hope they come and ride it when it reopens. When Big Dipper opened late in the season because of its 100th anniversary, it was about June time it reopened for the season with its event in August, so I'm guessing we're going to see a similar thing with Grand National Air to come back in June. Hopefully they put it back on 4 trains somehow, that'd be nice, but it's like some seats on the floor there, I don't know what that is. There was some scaffolding on the brake run a few weeks ago, that's gone now, but looking forward to seeing Grand National back. If it's coming back. Small Grand Prix update, some like permanent metal fence has been added in place of this temporary one, you know, to make sure no one walks off, you know, walks the plank. Not that anyone would, but that's interesting. So it looks like this station is not going anywhere anytime soon. I know priorities are elsewhere right now with Launchpad and stuff, so hopefully it's not too permanent, but you know, Launchpad, Gyro Swing, River Caves first, and then we'll see what happens with Grand Prix. But it's here to stay for now. Imagine this queue line will come down at some point as well. Mad, innit? Like, this used to be a queue line for a ride, and it's not here anymore. But there we go. Still quite freshly painted from the event, but we'll see what happens in a couple years. Definitely will be a good few years till anything happens around here, unfortunately, but exciting stuff happening elsewhere. Big Dipper is still unfortunately on a 1 train service. It's been coming up to a full year now since it just mysteriously went down to 1 train in the summer and never got itself back on 2, but it's got a massive queue. It's a shame. Don't know what's happened to the other one, and don't know what's happened to the ride system, because they're clearly not able to, or wanting to put it on 2, where normally on a day like this it would be, and it'd be like the big one, it'd make a huge difference, big people moving queue, but unfortunately still on 1, so it's a shame. I hope it's not like that forever, but 1 train's better than no trains, I guess, so we'll see. But still looking nice around there, nice and fresh from when they did all this paintwork for its 100th anniversary. So who knows, might see a second train back on Big Dipper at some point. It's got an icon, it's on 2 trains, still no Enzo. Just been on Pleasure Beach Express, it was so busy, like that extra carriage, it's a good job it's on, making a big difference, so big up and all that. We ended up in a massive group at the end, bumped into Carl Walsh, and then Tiny Tellers was on the train that came around, so he came and joined us as well, with his mate as well. I didn't quite catch the name off, but you know who you are. So yeah, it was a big group, us lot, Adam, his friend, and Carl. So yeah, really nice. Obviously we've been watching each other for quite a while. Look, Carl Walsh, you know, as he was saying, like, been watching you guys for ages. And yeah, I did get him in the vlog because we were just chatting the whole way round, literally, like, such a nice chat. So hopefully we see you again in a bit, and yeah, I don't know what else to say, but big up Carl and Adam and everyone else who, you know, who was there. So don't know where we're going now, but it's nearly tea time. Still packed on park. Great atmosphere though. Loving it. We do just have to interrupt the vlog temporarily to bring some breaking news. Some tragic event has happened at Pleasure Beach Resort, and one of our news reporters is right there to tell you all about it. I'm at Pleasure Beach Resort today and something tragic has happened. The big one, the giant big one behind me has stopped halfway up the lift hill and it's just catastrophic. Thrill seekers are here, it's a very busy day at the park. Everyone is watching it, horror in their eyes, in their face. They think, oh no, that ride is so unsafe now and I'm never going to go on it again. Destroy it, close it down. It's just horrible, it's so tragic that it's happened. You know, I don't know what else to say because everything I'm saying is a joke. It's not a big deal. It's, you know, it's just a normal thing, it happens. But news people, like I'm pretending to be now, just seem to make a big deal out of this, and I expect to see an article by tomorrow morning with these fake, you know, people thinking it's unsafe and trying to, you know, put the theme park industry in
Hashtag fake news!
And you know, but I'm just here to show everybody is watching in horror. They're actually not smirking and taking pictures, but whatever, you know, horror. And yeah, just a tragedy here at Pleasure Beach Resort in Yorkshire. So, anyways, I apologise to the viewers at home who may find these scenes disturbing. But back to you guys in the studio, where we might go on Icon. A ride that shouldn't be destroyed because it hasn't broken down and it doesn't stop on the lift hill. It's just terrible, terrible. Knock it down. Hi guys, just an update to my news report earlier where the giant big one stopped halfway up the lift hill and everyone was watching it in horror. There's thousands of people here at Pleasure Beach Resort today and everyone was smirking and taking pictures of it really. But I'm pleased to report that within 5 minutes the giant big one actually restarted and everyone is now enjoying the ride safely and soundly. So it's no big deal. I don't want to see any articles on it. I'm getting some funny looks, so let's go on. There we go then, just to prove that those news reports aren't fake, the big one is running. Thank you for the report and thank you Danielle for filming it.
You're welcome.
There we go. Let's enjoy the rest of our day, nice and safely, at Pleasure Beach Resort, where rides are running safely, basically, you know. Alright then, we're on our way off for a chippy tea. We'll be going back on park later. And this has reminded me, we've just spotted this. There's a photo opportunity, it's one of them things that you can pick up. We're not going to pick it up, obviously, we've just crouched down and had our picture taken in it. Where people are helping themselves out of this gate.
No, we got down on these for it.
Yeah, it's the second birthday of the Pleasure Beach store, so this store here used to actually be a ticket office up until 2023 where they turned it into a shop. The ticket office is around there now if you need it. I mean, most of it's done online now, isn't it, anyway, so don't really need the ticket office, but this used to be a ticket office. You used to have a big desk all around there and used to, oh, who remembers coming in here for like the season pass registrations back in the day? So yeah, a bit nostalgic, but they transformed it into a massive shop. And yeah, it's basically the main Pleasure Beach shop now. And yeah, 2 years ago, I remember now, like it was around about this time in 2023 where I did a full tour of it not long after it opened, so go and check it out. Did a whole tour. I mean, there's obviously a lot of merch that might not be around anymore in that video, a lot of merch that's around now that wouldn't have been back then, but you get the gist of it. We had a walk around this big shop and showed everything that was there at the time. But yeah, second anniversary, I believe. Let's have a look at this. They're doing something to celebrate it. Snap a set. Oh, there we go. We know the hashtag to put on and the tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Some deals. There's always doing deals and stuff for Easter weekend. Yeah, there we go. So, big up Pleasure Beach store, Pleasure Beach retail. Bunch of legends. Said it many times. And happy second birthday to this big shop. Alright then, well, just walking around South Park, just a big one. Bumped into some fans. Hi.
Hello.
How are you doing? Introduce yourself, feel free.
I'm Dave.
I'm Jen.
Dave and Jen. Nice to meet you guys, and yeah, you having a good day, aren't you?
Amazing.
Yeah, good
Great
stuff.
atmosphere.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, yeah. Alright, nice one.
Thank you.
Lovely to see Dave and Jen there. Thank you for supporting and stopping to say hello. We also, shortly afterwards, on the way to the train, saw another person who recognised us and who hasn't been to Pleasure Beach for 20 years until today. So much has changed. Like, he would have done Icon for the first time, like, yeah, in that 20 years. Obviously, not all 20 years, but like, the past couple of years has been watching my videos, so I really appreciate that. Nice to chat to you all. It's really nice to see people about who watch the channel and just other enthusiasts really. I always say it, feel free to come over, say hello, have a chat, and obviously don't follow us around all day, that's what I'm saying. I'm with my friends and family at the end of the day, but it's really nice to chat to people around and yeah, see each other about. Really appreciate the support, and yeah, in very short space of time there, 2 people, or 3 people, yeah, really appreciate that. So yeah, on with the Twilight Fills. Now, the people I have been speaking to, not necessarily the people I've met or speaking about then, who I've just met, saw Tiny Teller's near icon as well. I don't think people realise how late it's going to go dark tonight. Like, Easter has been a lot later this year, a lot later in April, where sometimes it's at the end of March or early April. Like, people are expecting night rides at 8:30 tonight. I'm afraid I don't think you're going to get it. But we'll have to wait and see, because it only goes dark at 9 at the minute, doesn't it?
It's starting now.
Yeah, we'll get some sunset at best, but I don't think we're going to get pitch black rides today. I don't think people are realising that,
might get Twilight,
unfortunately. Clear in the name, Twilight Thrills, eh? But yeah, we're having a really good time today, and still busy. Can feel it emptying out a little bit. No, there's never a day where everyone stays until the end, but a lot of people are sticking around, which is good to see. It's still a great atmosphere. And yeah, we're just doing re-rides really. We're doing Big Dipper ago, because we've not done that yet, but apart from that, it's just re-rides, so happy days. The top of Launchpad is lit. I imagine the rest of the tower is as well, but like I say, it's not going to be dark enough. Like, the tower's lit up in the background, the Blackpool Tower that is. Did actually go up there. It's reopened yesterday. It reopened on Thursday. We went up yesterday for a quick visit. Not much has changed up there actually, but it was a pretty quick visit, so I didn't do any vlogging or anything. But hopefully at some point in the summer I can go back and do a vlog from it. But I did one in 2020 if you are interested in seeing it all. Yeah. Oh, that was a good day, that. But
it's a good vlog from Laura.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I did that in 2020, and it's opened a lot later in the year than what it normally does. Like, it was scheduled to be May, but it opened on Thursday, and yeah, like, not much has changed to be honest. But I was expecting it to be fully like done up there, but it isn't. But yeah, Launchpad is lit up and looks nice, and it will look nice at night. As I said, not that we're barely going to see it today. Last ride of the day on the giant big one, and it's getting dark. It's still light, but it's not fully dark.
Here, guys.
Yeah, sending trains around twice. Honest, and it's happened before that a couple of years ago.
When you do that,
is it?
Right, yeah.
Oh no, yeah. I remember what happened last time actually. Yeah, but this is the darkest ride we're going to get today. And
it is pretty dark.
There we go.
The busiest ride as well.
Yeah, I mean, we might have time for one more, but I'm not sure. But we'll see. Here we go. Well, they're not cheering as much as the last train. Oh yeah, they are. There we go. Everyone's cheering when a train gets dispatched on here. Yeah, it can't beat a night ride on the big one. Sort of night ride, I have to keep saying, but let's get on with it. Let's go. Here comes our train. Yeah. Fantastic dispatches, no stacking. Brilliant.
White needs to be on.
Lights are on the train as well. Fantastic operations. Yeah. Fantastic ride. Fantastic day. Let's go. Alright then, it's just about 9 o'clock now, and we've just about made it to the ghost train for our last ride, as usual. It's obviously busier than what it normally is at this time, at closing time. It's a really busy day on park today, and a lot of people have stuck around, which is nice, really is. Been a brilliant atmosphere today. This ride is lit up beautifully as well. And I'm excited to have another ride on Ghost Train, because I do enjoy a ride on it. Would be nice if they brought that audio back on, though. It's still not back. It's been many times this week, and yeah, it's just not there. But yeah, there we go, Ghost Train. Excited, and had a good day. And let's end it here. Alright then, back where we started 11 hours ago, and I hope this is focusing alright, because it's not really the best camera in low like this. But it's been a really good day. First Twilight Thrills of the season, Easter Saturday, it's always great. It is actually like dark now. But yeah, there we go. We couldn't have had that extra hour, could we? Like the good old days. But yeah, I do like these Twilight thrills now. I know, obviously, when the change first came in, it was like no more 10 till 10s, and it's all 10 till 9s. We weren't best pleased, but I quite like the balance, and I think today has been what they wanted out of a Twilight Thrills, to have it busy all the way up until 9 PM. They don't have to do a fireworks display and stuff. It's just been really good, the atmosphere. We've missed the entertainment, unfortunately. Apparently there was a bit of DJing in the hub, where there's some Easter sort of activities and entertainment there, so we've completely missed that, which is a shame. I do miss when the DJ used to be on a stage here and the guitarist as well, but I suppose it does save the hassle of, oh my god, this is not focusing very good. I suppose it saves the hassle of setting it all up, but yeah, I miss when the DJ was over there in 2020. I'm going to do the rest of this outro on my phone because it's better in low light, but it's been a really good day. Thank you to everyone we've seen as well. I've seen a lot of people, obviously Tiny Tellers, Ben, and loads of people around. Carl as well. And obviously Ben and Tegan and Danielle for being our primary group for the day, as usual. So nice ride on the ghost train to end as well. Just the usual stuff working really. I like how it's lit up on the exterior at night, ghost train though, with the green lights. And I don't really know what else there is to say. It's just been a really good day, really busy for them. Great atmosphere from start to finish. Rides were running really well. I think Big Dipper being on one train is not good enough, if I'm honest. Big One back on 2 trains is fantastic. I think Infusion and all that, everything else was on good capacity as well. And the operations were really good on those coasters, but you can feel the lack of capacity in the park sometimes, because obviously Avatar Airbender's short as well. That usually has pretty big queue in Nickland and Grand National as well. But as they've said themselves, we need to bear with them. They're going through a transformation. There's a lot of stuff that needs work, and they are carrying out that work. So we've just got to be patient and bear with some things to obviously spend a little more time closed than usual. So just for the time being. Well, I don't know what else to say really. We've had a really good day. One more thing, the launch pad over there isn't actually lit up, the tower itself. It's just the top that they've lit up. But I'm guessing maybe they've had to leave them lights off because there's a lot of work around that area this past week, which you can go and see in the separate launchpad update. I've done it again. So maybe they've had to keep the lights off for that because a lot of work is taking place and they can't light the whole tower up, which is a shame. But by the next late night riding, launchpad will probably be open. When is the next Twilight Thrills? No, I can't. It's the end of May, isn't it? Oh, it's definitely going to be open for them because the event's on the 17th. So, wow, this is the last Twilight Thrills before Launchpad opens. How exciting is that? So hopefully next time it's lit up beautifully. It's got a soundtrack blasting out and it's open. So that's going to be good, isn't it? But looking forward to seeing that. But until then, thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you for all your support. Check out the screen to see more. I'll see you next time from here at Pleasure Beach Resort in Blackpool.